Foreign Press Center, an international press center. I mean, basically, we're housed in the U.S. Department of State, and our function is threefold. One is to help explain U.S. policy. So how do we do that? We're going to have some briefings this week. Tomorrow we're having our Deputy Secretary of State, the number 2 person right under the Secretary of State, come and talk about travel and tourism to the United States. And 2 weeks ago we had our Assistant Secretary of State for Democracy, Human Rights, and Labor come and talk to the foreign media about the Human Rights Report. We may not be the first source of news, but we want to make sure our officials are available for foreign credentialed press that are resident in the United States, because if you go over to the State Department or the Pentagon or the Department of Commerce or Department of Treasury, they already know their press that can come to their briefings every day, and that's who's going to get called on. And the foreign media, many come from smaller news organizations. You might have only just one person in all of the United States, and so you can't cover everything. And by coming to the Foreign Press Center, then those journalists are guaranteed they get to ask questions that the U.S. official will call on them. So that's an important service we have. The other thing, and what you were part of today that we try to do, is explaining U.S. society. And we're pretty much the only part of the Bureau of Public Affairs at State that does that. Because we are spending a lot of money on all of you to bring you to the United States for a 10-day all-expense tour, because we know this is the best way that you will have to understand what is going on in the United States. Especially issues that, as foreigners from the outside, might seem a little perplexing. Like our U.S. election campaign now. Why is it so long? Why do Americans care so much about issues that might not seem important if you're sitting